Let's broaden our analysis, joined by Ralph Ranches, who's an epidemiologist at the University of Applied Sciences in Hamburg. Ralph, thanks for being with us. Germany forcing out, effectively, of public life, it seems, the unvaccinated. Do you feel this is the right thing to do?
Good evening from Hamburg. It's an approach. It's a next step in trying to limit the spread of the virus, as we are in a very difficult situation with lots and lots of cases being reported every day for the last several weeks now. And
I mean, obviously, there's a political angle to this. There's a scientific angle to this, and I'm not trying to push you into a political assessment, but rather a scientific assessment, which is what we really value from you. In terms of Germany's decision then to keep unvaccinated people out of places like bars, restaurants and the like. Is that the right thing to do? Or is that going to turn out to be something that really isn't going to work if everything else isn't closed down?
Yes, this is a big question, and I think from an epidemiological point of view, there are lots of doubts whether these measures are strong enough at this moment. They would have been very useful some months ago, but now with lower this enormous wave of cases at the moment, they might be not even strong enough.
I mean, that kind of follows from what the World Health Organization has been saying regarding the cancellation of flights in and out of Southern Africa, which has now to a degree been reversed. Basically, the closing down of things like air travel isn't going to stop Omicron crossing borders, is it?
No, it's only there to buy us some time so that we are able maybe to prepare a bit better, but we will not be able to stop it from coming here and spreading here.
Do you mind if I ask you about Joe Biden's winter plan? Not really in detail, but just putting the basic thing to you about the booster jab. 40 million have had a booster jab in the US. 100 million are eligible and haven't taken up that opportunity of having the booster jab. Would you urge them to do so, to actually go and get a booster jab? Is that the best thing they could do?
Certainly, there are two things you can do. First of all, get vaccinated and probably get a booster jab. And the second thing is lower your contacts at the moment, because in the winter season, it's the spread of the virus is much stronger than in other parts of the year.
It's that issue of social contact, isn't it? Because it's something people don't want to hear. You can't go out, you can't socialize, you can't go to Christmas parties, you can't get together. It kind of brings back what happened last year. I know, for instance, in the UK, people couldn't go out, and then it's transpired via the media that the Conservative government were holding their own gatherings, parties behind closed doors in government offices, which obviously is a different issue. And I'm not going to ask you to comment on that. But what I am going to ask you to comment on, please, Ralph, is the situation regarding Africa. Because whilst the West is getting a booster, Africa still hasn't vaccinated everybody. And this unfairness is also going to play into this problem going forward with Omicron.
Yes, and this is certainly also causing lots of problems also for the Western countries, because the more the virus can spread, the easier it can mutate, and the faster it can come back as a boomerang, like we're seeing with the new variant now at the moment.
So to conclude and come full circle back to Germany, Germany's had a low vaccination uptake. Why is that? And do you think this will change with the new variant?
This is a very complex question. Lots of factors influencing this, and mistrust in government in some parts of Eastern Germany and so on. And with the new decisions, the government at the moment is trying everything to motivate people really to come up and get vaccinated. That's one of the things we can actively really do to stop this spread.
Ralph Ranches, thank you very much indeed for sharing your analysis with us here on France24. That's Ralph Ranches, epidemiologist at the University of Applied Sciences, as he told us, in Hamburg. Thank you, sir, very much indeed.